Algebra Word Problems number 34A. Write, solve equations for work problems. Work problems involve finding the rate that two or more people working together can do a job. And if we know the rate that each works alone, we can find the rate at which they work together. Working alone, Dave can paint a room in 4 hours. Bob, working alone, can paint the same room in 3 hours. How long will it take them to paint the room together? So we think Dave equals 4 hours, Bob equals 3 hours. So here's the big question in the big rectangle. How much of the job could each do alone in 1 hour? Well, if it takes Dave 4 hours to do the whole job, in 1 hour, he'd only have 1/4 of it done. See? 1 hour goes by, it's only one of the 4 hours, so it's 1/4. Bob takes 3 hours, so in 1 hour, he would only have one of the 3 hours of work done, 1/3. We're going to let x equal the time for them to do it together, that it would take for them to do it together. So the first thing we do is add the fractions 1/4 and 1/3. And in order to do that, we need the denominators to meet. So we're going to have a meet at 12. So 1/4 becomes 3/12, and 1/3 becomes 4/12. Now we can add the fractions. We've got 3/12 plus 4/12 is 7/12. Whoops, this is supposed to be a 4. So now we've got 7/12. Now we're going to multiply it by the x, the time for them to do it together. 7/12 x. We're going to set the sum of the fractions to equal 1. So 7/12 x equals 1. Now, in order to get rid of this 7/12 fraction, we need to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the fraction coefficient. Remember, the reciprocal means flipping the fraction upside down, like 12/7, and we multiply it by that on each side. And a fraction coefficient is just a coefficient that's in front of a variable. It's a number in front of a variable. So we're going to multiply both sides by the 12/7. 12 times 7 is 84, and 7 times 12 is 84. So we got 84 over 84, and that canceled this out to be 1. So now we've just got x equals 1 times 12 over 7, which is 12 over 7. We simplify the 12 over 7, and it comes out as 1 5/7 hours when working together. See? All right. Lisa can wax a truck in 5 hours when she's working alone. Emma can do the same job alone in 4 hours. How long would it take for Lisa and Emma to wax the truck together? So we think Lisa's 5 hours, Emma's 4 hours. So here's our big question in the rectangle. How much of the job could each do in 1 hour? And this is going to set our fractions. If Lisa can do it in 5 hours, then only 1 hour, she's only going to do one of the 5 hours, 1/5. If Emma can do it in 4 hours, and in 1 hour, she's only going to do one of the 4 hours of work, so that's 1/4. And again, we're going to let x equal the time it takes for them to do it together. So the first thing we need to do is add the fractions. To add 1/5 and 1/4, we need the denominators to be the same. So we multiply the 1/5 by 4 and the 1/4 by 5, and we get 4/20 and 5/20. Now we can add them together. 4/20 and 5/20 equals 9/20. We multiply by x, so we've got 9/20 x. We set the sum to equal 1, so we've got 9/20 x equals 1. And now to get rid of the 9/20 to get x by itself, we have to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 9/20, which is 20 over 9. Okay? So 20 times 9 is 180, and 9 times 20 is 180. So now this has canceled itself out as 180 over 180, which is 1. Remember, when the numerator and denominator are the same, it equals 1. So now we've got x equals 1 times 20 over 9, and that equals 20 over 9. So now we need to simplify. How many 9s fit into 20? 2. That would be 18, and there would be 2 little 9ths left over. Now, if you want to figure out what the minutes are, what you need to do is figure out what 1/9 of an hour is. So there's 60 minutes in an hour. We divide it by 9, and we get 6.6. I had to have a decimal point to continue dividing. And it would continue on and on. I would put another 54 here and get another 6, and another 54 and another 6. So it's roughly 6.6, okay? Because this is going to be a repeating fraction right here. So we're going to say it's about 6.6 minutes for 1/9 of an hour. But if we have 2/9 of an hour, then we have 2 of them. So 6.6 times 2 is 13.2. Approximately, because we didn't continue our decimal. So The 13.2 is approximately 2/9 the hour, so that means it's approximately 2 hours and 13 minutes. See? So that's how we figured out the 2/9 of an hour. All right? Just divide that denominator into 60 minutes, and then multiply the amount of minutes that you get as your quotient by the numerator of your fraction. Okay? All right, we're going to do one more, and I hope this is helping, and I hope I'll see you there. Keep your chin up. We're making it. Bye.